Hey guys, welcome back to Let It Roll. Today I'm going to be talking about bankroll management. I did a video on this a couple months back, but I wasn't really happy with the way it came out because I just showed one way that you can manage your bankroll while you're at the casino. I showed the way that I like to do it, but I figured, you know what, there's more than one ways. So let's go ahead and talk about a few different ways you can manage your bankroll. The thing about bankroll management is very important in my opinion because I see friends, I see people that go to the casinos all the time. They'll come back, let's say they're talking about it at work or whatever, and you say, man, how did you do? Oh, I lost my butt. I lost everything. So I'm just going to give you my opinion on gambling and how to manage a bankroll, okay? I hear that a ton. I lost everything. All right, so yeah, you can go there with intentions to lose everything. The thing you've got to understand is that you have to have a plan in order to have a chance to actually win. So that means that you're not going to stay there all day, because if you just keep staying there all day, putting money out, putting money out, putting money out, hoping you're going to keep winning big, you might hit a few good hands, whether it's a slot machine, whether you're playing blackjack, or whether it's craps, roulette, whatever the case may be. If you stay there all day and continue to play, they're going to drain your bankroll because you can't sustain continuous wins big enough to counter the losses that are going to happen. So you have to have a plan of action when you get there. So yes, that does mean that you may not play as much as you were hoping to if the day goes bad, if you're not getting any kind of breaks on the slot machines or on the craps table or whatever it may be. But let me explain to you a couple ways that you could literally go to the casino, and when you come back to work that next weekend and people say, how did it go? You can say, hey man, I had a great time. I didn't win a bunch, but I didn't lose all my money. So you can come home with some money. There's a few ways you could do that. All right, so let's talk about one way you could do that. It's called time. All right, so let's talk about time. So what you could do is, let's say that you plan on going to the casino for an all-day outing. You're going to get there at 9 in the morning. You're probably going to leave to head home about 9 at night. All right, so you got 12 hours. Let's say you took $500 to the casino. Now, this is what I would personally do. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just giving you an idea of what I would personally do if I was using time as a way to manage my bankroll. So what I would do is I'd say, okay, I'm going to be here for basically 12 hours. I've got $500 with me. I would break up my money into sessions. So I'd say, okay, I'm willing to play 5 sessions. So I've got to make 5 different sessions last 12 hours. Let's say I'm going to break up my money into $100 sessions. So what I can do is say, okay, I'm going to play for 1 hour or $500, whichever comes first. So let's say I go to the craps table and I don't have a great session, but I'm lingering on. I'm just getting by, I'm playing small amounts. Let's say that I look at my clock and the hour is up and I had started with $100. Let's say I got $60 left. So what you need to do then is take that $60 and put it into your pocket. That way you go home with some money. You're not going home empty-handed. So that's what you got to do. If you're using time as a way to help manage your bankroll, is you set a specific time. So now, okay, now it's 10 o'clock and I'm like, okay, now I need to find something else to do at the casino too, or go to a movie, go to, museums, just hang out. And you say, okay, my next session is going to be at 1 o'clock. So you find something to do till 1 o'clock. Maybe you go get a snack. Maybe you go sit in the bar and you watch, some sports. Maybe you just hang out with your significant other or friends or whoever's there. But you've got to break these things up. That way you don't go home broke. This is one way when you get home, people say, how did you do? You don't say, I lost everything. Because in that first session, you spent a full hour playing. It didn't go good, but you still had $60 left at the end of the session. You put that in your pocket, and now you're guaranteed not to go home broke. It's discipline, okay? So you got to be able to manage your bankroll and have some discipline with it. So let's say you decide, let's say 11:30, you're going to decide to do your next session. So your next session, you pull out another $100. This time we're doing it on slot machines. So you play for an hour and you're up $200. So you started with 100 and now you're at $300. Your hour is over. You've got to have discipline with your bankroll. That $300, because you made 200, started with 100, made 200, now you got 300. That 300 goes into your pocket. Time for another break. Find something to do. Same thing as what I said before, museum, hang out, whatever. All right. Now you start your next session, say at 3 o'clock. Anyways, you get the gist of what I'm talking about there. You know, your next session's at 3, then the next session is going to be at 6, and then the last session is going to be at 8. So no matter what happens at the end of each session, if you still have some money, whether it's $20 from the 100 or whether it's $300 from that 100 you started with, it goes in your pocket and you don't touch it anymore. So that's one way you can go home and you took a chance to actually make money and had a chance to make money and possibly did make money from gambling, but you didn't give it all back to them because you didn't just stay there with no discipline and no bankroll management. So that's one way you can do it, is just setting time limits. I find that that's kind of tough though, because an hour could easily eat your money at a slot machine and at a craps table. So, but that's one way you can do it. You can say, I'm going to just set a time limit. Whatever I have left from this particular session bankroll that I split up amongst my total bankroll, after that time limit's done, whatever's left is going in my pocket, and then I move on to the next sectioned off bankroll that I have, okay? So that's one way you could do it, is through time. Okay, the next way you could do this is you could do it through what I ended up liking the best. This is the way I play now. So, and I got this idea from watching Jeremy from Color Up. When he does his videos, he pulls out a certain set of money. He pulls out a $200 bankroll, and he plays through that $200 bankroll. And I liked that. I started looking at that and I was like, that's a way I can manage my money. So I'm going to explain to you how I personally like to manage my money, manage my bankroll, and be able to come home with some money. Because there's one thing I can guarantee you. I've talked to my friends about this, having bankroll management and having discipline with it. There's one thing I can guarantee you. You may not come home a winner, but you're not going to come home broke, because you will win some money out of that money that you're risking. You may not win more than what you were risking. You might put a $200 bankroll and you might only have 80 left after you play through that bankroll, but that 80 is now going to go in your pocket, so you're not going to go home broke. So what I like to do is I will literally take, say, $800 to the casino, and I'm going to play $200 sessions. So I like to look at it as a sporting event. Let's say a basketball game. I'm going to play 4 quarters. So, and there again, you can, I mean, depending on your discipline, depending on how long you're there, you can alter your plan, but you got to have a plan. So I'm going to play it like a basketball game. I'm going to play 4 quarters. So I'm going to take $800 to the casino, knowing good and well I am not going to lose $800, because I'm going to play with discipline and with bankroll management. So let me go ahead and show you how it works out. I'm going to show you a video real quick, a clip from one of my recent trips to Cripple Creek that shows you how I separate my money. So take a look at this. Okay, so you saw that clip right there. Now I'm going to show you here on my table. If you look right here, act like this is actually up on the rails, up on the sides where you lean over and throw the money. If you saw that video clip right there, you noticed that I started with a $200 bankroll, or whatever bankroll I decided to start with, and it's on the left side of the chip rail. And then I have an empty side right here. So what I will do is, let's say that I'm playing 22 inside. All right, let's say that the point gets established and it's a 10. I throw the dealers $22 and they place me 22 across, or 22 inside. And let's say that, for example, let me grab some chips. Okay, this is casino money here. All right. Let's say, for example, well, here's the casino money. I'll put it back here. Let's say, for example, a 6 hits, so I win $7. And I'm not going to do any strategy. I'm just going to show you this as an example. So I win $7. This winning comes over here to this side of the rack. Okay, it goes to this side. All right, now let's say they throw the 7. So I lost $22 and I won $7 there. So I lost a total of $15 on that hand. Okay, so I pull from this side again. Let's say I put another $22 out. Okay, let's say this time the 8 hits for 7. Okay, so I put it on this side over here. And let's say the 9 hits for 7. Okay, I put it on this side over here, and now let's say that the 7 comes, so we lose. So I'm losing that money. But this is what I do is I work from this side of the bankroll, and I put any winnings that I have on this side of the bankroll. And that's how I determine how much money I have at the end of the session. And so quarter one, I'll call it quarter one, like a game of basketball. Let's say that I go ahead and do a 44 inside. Okay. All right, now let's say the 9 hits, so I'm gonna win 14. Okay, it goes on this side. Now let's say that the 8 hits, so I win 14. I'm gonna do 15 for 1. Okay, it goes on this side. Now let's say I reduce to 22. Okay, so I go back to 22, and you could do this any way that when I reduce, the money that I have up on the table that I initially started with goes back to this side of the bankroll because it wasn't winnings. It was money I was using to actually play with. Now let's say that the 5 hits, so I win 7. Okay, it goes to this side of the bankroll over here. Now let's say the 7 comes, so this gets lost. All right, so my next handout, I put my money out however I want to play it. But that's what I do is I will take my money from this side of the bankroll and move it to this side. And eventually all of this money is going to get played on the table, and I'll have won some and I'll have lost some. And hopefully I end up winning more than I lose. So then after I'm done with this side of the bankroll, I will come over here and I will decide then what I want to do. Okay, so quarter one is over. I take my money and I color up. You'll see me do that in the videos. I'll have this amount, I'll play through it, and then you'll see me coloring up. So then I'll take this amount and I'll count it, and I may have $180, so I lost $20 for quarter one, or that session, however you want to say it. Hopefully I have, $480 in here, and so I had won $280 for that session. But no matter what happens, that session, that quarter is over, and I put that in my pocket. So this won't get played again for the whole trip. Okay. So if you understand that, quarter one is now done. That money is now in my pocket, and I am not going home broke because I'm not going to pull it out and play it again. So now, walk around, go have lunch, do whatever you want to do, go have some fun, enjoy the day. It doesn't have to just be about craps. It doesn't have to just be about slots. It doesn't have to be about blackjack, whatever. This pertains to any kind of casino game. All right? If you can go with discipline and a bankroll management strategy, you won't come home broke. You may not come home a winner, but you won't come home broke. So to take it a little further from this particular bankroll strategy right here is now I've got quarter two ready. I took $800. I played through my first $200, whatever it was. Let's say I won an extra 200 on there. So I got 400 I put in my pocket. I still have 600 that I'm going to play with, and I'm going to break it up into 3 more quarters. So I'm going to take another 200 from the 600 I have left, and I'm going to play through that $200. After all of that $200 is gone, whether it's in a slot machine or whether it's on the table, then I will put it in my pocket and start with quarter number 3 or session number 3. So now I only have $400 left to play with, but I'm going to do them in $200 sessions or $200 quarters like I've been talking about. So I basically have 2 more quarters left for the night. I play that, same thing, okay? And after you're done playing all 4 quarters, all 4 sessions, playing through your $800, you will still have some money left, and hopefully you played good enough that you actually have profit instead of you're backwards. But there again, you aren't going to go back to work on Monday and say I lost everything, because you had discipline and because you played with a strategy, with a bankroll strategy, okay? So the last one I'm going to show you is actually really quick. And this one, it wouldn't work so much like on craps, but I do this a lot with my wife. We don't like to sit at one machine a lot. What we like to do, because like I said, we're kind of low rollers. We like to go spend the whole day there, and we don't want to lose a lot of money. But this has worked out for us a couple times that we go, is we'll both pitch in, say, 20 bucks. And so we got $40, and I'm just going to make it easy. Let's say that it's a dollar machine, and it's got $5 max. If you decide you like to play the max on the spins, so then what you do is you divide however much you're going to play on that machine with the amount you put in. So basically, what, 24? If we did say $2 spins, on a dollar machine and we put $40 in, we're going to have 20 total spins at $2. So what we do is we count 20 spins. We'll put $40 in and we'll count 20 spins, okay? And whatever is left after the 20 spins, we put in our pocket. We'll go to another machine, pitch in another 20 each, have another 40 and do it again. This has worked out for us before where we'll sit down at a machine, we'll put $40 in, we'll do 20 spins, and at the end of the 20 spins, we count them, we have $46. So we profited $6, but it was fun. All right, we take our money, we cash it out, we go get it, we split our winnings, $3 each. We go sit at another machine or we'll go sit at, wherever, watch some sports for a little bit, go hang out, take a walk, go find another machine, do it again, $40. One time we won like $64 profit. So, I mean, it's not a ton, but we did it a few times where we profited more than not. So we were up in our slot machine play for that day when we stayed all day long. We actually won profit for the amount we kept putting in. So that's another way you can do it is mainly for like slot machine play, or even bubble craps or any of the machines. You could just say, okay, I'm going to play $40 worth and I'm going to choose. So like bubble craps, if you do bubble craps, you could say I'm going to put $40 in here and I'm going to do 40 spins or 40 dice rolls. So you count through 40 of them, however you're playing. If you don't have any money because you lost it, you're done. Or after 40 spins, if you have $12 of your 40 left, you take that 12 and you leave. You had fun at the machine, but you're playing with discipline and you're playing with a bankroll strategy. So, all right, guys, there's 3 quick tips that you could try. I'm not saying that you need to do any of them. I am not a financial guru for it. I just find that you can actually come back to work on Monday and tell people you're not broke. Doesn't mean you're going to win, but it does give you a chance to win because you have a stopping point. You have a point where, you take your $200, you play through it, and you ended up winning $200 profit. It's in your pocket. You're going to go home a winner if you profit in each of your sessions. But if you don't profit in each of your sessions, you're still going to make some money through that session, so you won't go home broke. All right, guys, there's quick little tips that I use at the casino. It may or may not help you. What I would like you guys to do is please, in the comments below, I want you to say how you personally play. That way more people, when they come in and read the comments, they can get an idea and it will help them have fun at the casinos. There's a lot of people I see that don't really go with a plan in mind or a bankroll strategy, bankroll management. So they don't realize it, but they go and they continually play till they lose all their money. And that will happen if you have no way to exit, if you have no way to stop, okay? So please, I want every one of you that watch this video, just tell me how you play with your bankroll strategy. What do you do? Because not only will it help me out and give me some ideas, I guarantee you it's going to help other people out that are watching these videos that also want to know, how do I come home not being broke? So, all right, guys, once again, thanks for hanging out with me. Really appreciate you guys. Like I said, you subscribers are the best part of Let It Roll. You'll be seeing a lot more of me now that we're all kind of confined to our homes. I might do some live stuff. If you have any suggestions for me, things that you want to see me do while we're all kind of just chilling at home, put those in the comments also, and I'll get back with you. Maybe I could do something. So, all right, guys, thanks again for hanging out with me, and we'll see you guys soon.